we are ready to welcome back to the stage Heponwana, who will now be running the King's Dungeon, Worlds 1 and 2, 100%. Heponwana, take it away.
Oh, I'm coming back at ya with more of the play date. This time, though, let's get that crank into the game. Just wanted to say, I saw comments about how am I capturing this. The Playdate has its own capture device, and it just plugs in USB-C to a computer, and that's where the controller visualization and the game capture comes from. So just wanted to share that so you understand how I'm doing this on this screen, as well as I've got a big screen in front of me. So on this, we're going to do 2 back-to-back categories as quick as possible. As a showcase, this is the full experience of this game. There should be no photosensitivity warnings with this one. It's just Microvania action, like a Metroidvania, small. So time will begin once I click A. So let's get ready with time in 3, 2, 1, go.
Go!
So, we are a prisoner trapped in the King's Dungeon. We're trapped here because we ate the royal cheese, which, I mean, how could you not? It's the royal cheese. Who wouldn't eat that?
I want that right now.
So, in this, we are just going run through collecting power-ups. We're going to collect all these cheeses. That's the harm percentage. We had to get all of them. By the way, if you die, you respawn at the start of the room. You can't get through without waiting for that middle one, so that death took no time off. This game is a little bit glitchy, so we might see some weird glitches as we go through. First power up right there. Also, there's a hidden cheese. Like I said, we gotta get all those hidden cheeses. There was a glitch. If you did not catch that, I kind of teleported. Those can happen. They can speed up a run. They can also kind of ruin a run. So we'll see what they do. Also, jumping on ladders is kind of tricky because you have to refresh your up input every time.
Wow.
Other important thing, coyote jumps. Hopefully you all know coyote jumps, but if you don't, they're named for Wile E. Coyote, where he would run off a cliff and then he would just kind of stand there for a second. Intentional death reset this room. So this game, as long as you fall off of a cliff or an edge, until you hit the ground, you could jump. So you literally, like right here, jump. We can jump so far after we fall. Oh. I think my game didn't crash, but my emulator, not emulator, but Mir software crashed.
Heponwana, while you're tackling that, I actually have a couple of donations that I'd love to be able to read off.
Yeah, sounds good. This is very
Yeah.
weird.
Totally. Actually, the first thing that I want to go ahead and announce, big thanks to Nielsen and Jason LaRose for donating, gifting a whole bunch of subs to the community, and already an almost level 5 hype train in chat. What? Let's go. And I mean, if in case you didn't know, Team Fastest Furs wants you to know that all revenue from Twitch subscriptions and cheered bits received during this weekend's event will support our events now and into the future, including our upcoming Fastest Furs live at FWA 2024 event, which will be returning to Furry Week in Atlanta next year. Please consider subbing now to get our Fastest Furs emotes, including the always adorable PB the Cheetah, and don't forget to check to see if you have your free Twitch Prime gaming sub available too.
So,
Heponwana, how we doing?
Running, and we missed me getting the power up of the crank key, which was a key that we used to crank open doors. And
this is where the crank comes into play.
Yep, and just got double jump, and we will use double jump quite a bit. It's always everyone's favorite movement tech, except for if you're a speedrunner, there is one movement tech coming up that's even better, and we will see that very soon. It is the dash ability, and who doesn't like dashing? By using coyote jumps, we got through that room with a couple less inputs required. That death in this room was intentional. This death also to reset the room. Sometimes I use it to reset the room, sometimes I use it, and here's a crank. Sometimes we use it to just kind of realign with the cycle we want to be on. It might cost a couple frames, but it ends up saving, consistency. It's good for marathon strats. Also, fun thing, speaking of marathon, I was
Hmm.
able to manage to get a world record on this practicing before starting up today. So, kind of hoping I'm going. Ooh, never mind. I was going
Ooh.
to say, kind of hoping I'm going to put on a real good, fast show, and then it glitches into a death. Oof. And
All right.
now I'm into my own head a little because of that weird glitch. So,
Aw. Chat believes in you, Heponwana. Let's hear it from chat.
and so this game is designed, if you want a fun story of where this game comes from. Oh, final power up right here is Smash. I call it Super Saiyan mode because it's like you're doing a Goku just screaming and things explode. But this game, if any of you know Ascent for the Pico 8, it was somebody had a personal challenge of making a Metroidvania on a Pico 8, real small scale, and they managed to make a real cool game, and that inspired the creator of this game to make this, where it's, just a Metroidvania, no combat, and it's all on such a small form factor. And
Yeah.
small little adventures in it. These last rooms in World 1 are pretty dangerous. Oh, and that was another glitch.
Ooh.
I am getting a lot of glitches today, which sometimes you get a lot of them, sometimes you don't get many of them. So this is the end of chapter 1. We had talked to the king, and if we try and exit out from his dialogue with B button, we will end up having talked through all of it again. So
Oh.
yes, that was the end of the game, but not the run because we're doing back to back.
Yeah.
And one fun thing is this game or this system has a built-in clock that makes it very reliable for in-game timing. So the speed runs for this are all done off of in-game. World 2 is a lot like World 1, except a whole lot harder. I mean, a whole lot harder. We cannot. Oh, and then okay, I'm just going to reset that room. Hitboxes in this game are quite big. So it's one thing to keep in mind, like you cannot jump over that ball right there. If you try and jump over it, you will get hit by its very tall hitbox. This world is going to have different order for our prizes or power-ups. It's also going to rely on a lot of coyote jumping. We have to coyote jump or we cannot beat this. And this one, even casually, is incredibly difficult. So this room is also incredibly slow as we just go through like that. All right.
Do I have an opportunity to squeeze in a donation?
Yep, we're just backtracking, so go for it.
Awesome. We have a $167.26 donation from Hoopfin. You may be wondering, wow, that's a interesting dono. Well, donating 1 cent for every word I've put towards National Novel Writing Month so far. Here's to runners of high quality and games of questionable quality. Hupfen, thank you so much for the donation and congratulations on what 16,000 plus words. Keep it up. We're not even a third of the way through, and thank you for your support towards our bonus game of Sonic the Hedgehog 2006.
Oh, this world has quite a bit of backtracking we're going to see. Right now, we are just going to run over here and fall down on purpose. We fell down so late in this instead of taking the bottom route because we would have bonked our head and lost a couple frames just to non-movement. This guy here tells us about coyote jumping because you'll notice one of those jumps back there looks like you need double jump, but double jump is actually the last power-up we'll get on this run. So instead, we had to coyote jump right there. Take all of our inspiration from Wily and just go through there. And now we are going to get our crank key. Let's get that cranking back on. And of course, we could start using it while it's showing that we got it. So that saves us a little time. And now we are going backtrack once again. We're going to just keep going back, and notice that late coyote jump there. Saved me just a little bit of time. There's
Nice.
the king again. You know, we'll see the king quite a few times. Oh, as I slightly off hit on that. And then we use our Super Saiyan ability. Luckily, we are still on the right cycle. We didn't lose any time really because you have to wait for that big spiky ball. Here we're going to just open one of these up and luckily not do an extra. So pressing down is how you do your Super Saiyan. It's also how you go down ladders, and sometimes the game will just have you smash on that ladder over and over, which is not good for time saving. Coyote jump there to not land at the very bottom. And now we have our favorite. So we are ready for the run to really be speedrun friendly because we've got speed finally.
Nice.
There's King again. Like I said, we're going to keep seeing that King.
Hi, King. Bye, King.
He's going to get used to us. And, you know, we're just going, you know, be polite, say hi as we steal all of his cheese. This room can be a little tricky because of hitboxes. Ooh.
Oh.
So I am just going to take it a little slow. These hitboxes on these spikes are a lot different than you would think they are. So here we can use our dash ability to get through this room. And we saw this room before. We could smash to destroy that block, and now we have to go all the way back around to it again.
Ah.
Also, I should add, with hitboxes and things like that that are very difficult in this, this world 2, even casually is incredibly hard because there is a near frame perfect jump we're going to have coming up, and that's not a speedrun frame perfect jump. It is going to be just frame perfect no matter how you're playing this. This room I call a very bad room. It's also called the Super Meat Boy room because once you die, if you die, you just keep dying. And definitely want to avoid the whole dying thing.
Yeah, not recommended in a speedrun.
And now we're going crank again and continue on through. We have the ability climb walls finally, which was the first power-up in the first world. And so we will use that ability, go back way, way back where we were early on in this run, because like I said, a lot of backtracking, a lot of that kind of Metroid vibe of, you know, revisiting old areas. So we're going back this way, and we are coming up on the run killer. It won't kill our run, but it might kill a world record pace for pretty much anyone. We're going to grab a couple cheeses, and then we are going to be in for that frame perfect jump. So we are going to try as hard as we can. That right there is a frame perfect jump we have to make. So it is where if you make a mistake, you could fall down quite far, and it usually does take me a few attempts just because it is real weird hitboxes. Like I said, hitboxes in this game don't exactly line up, and this is unfortunately part of what happens. Pretty much any of my runs have a chance of getting just a little bit waylaid right here. That's why nobody runs this category. Not many people run this game as it is, but this category nobody wants to face because of that jump, which we got through. So now we could continue on. Don't mess up here because that would be really sad to have to repeat any of that. And now we have our final power-up. We've got a double jump, which also means, sadly, my time with all of you is coming near an end, which always sad because I love Fastest for events. I've been really, really honored to be welcomed back. This is, I think, my third or fourth. And Let's try and nope. Gotta slide under this without falling down. There we go. But I'm always so happy to be welcomed back because this is such a great event, wonderful community, and of course helping out great causes. Ooh, I am just going to fall down some there. I just want to say trans rights are human rights. I
Yes.
love the trans community. Some of my best friends are part of the trans community, and time's coming up. As soon as the screen fades, ready? Three, two, one, time. And yes, that
Wow.
was the end of the game. And it's real nice. The game will tell you that you did get 100%. It will tell you how many cheeses. It will also tell you your time at the end. It makes for a great speedrun game. So if any of you have a playdate, they're hard to track down. But if any of you end up with one, consider running the King's Dungeon. It's a fun game. Not much of a community. Only one other person even runs the King's Dungeon. So I'd love to have some competition, some good, playful, friendly, boosting each other through new techniques and all of that. But
Yeah.
thank you so much for having me. Trans rights are human rights. Love to all of you. I always like to say, be good to yourselves and be good to each other because there's too much negativity in the world, and we should all be trying to raise each other up and just bring love wherever we can.
Mhm. Oh my gosh, Heponwana, thank you so much, and well